Ahoy Explorers, I'm Nia and this is entry number 10. The rum is made in Barbados, but it is brought to America by a company called Phillips & Co. They are based in Minnesota. I tried to do a little bit of research just to get some history of this rum. I really couldn't find anything. I know they do add the caramel color, so if you can see this amber color that's gorgeous seems to be added, and the spices are added as well. They don't really disclose a lot about it. They are aged in spice casks, so it'll be interesting to see how this tastes. So I'm gonna try something very different today. I've heard a lot of people putting rum in their coffee, so I decided I wanted to try that today. So if you drink rum before, so it makes you a pirate. So we're gonna start with a little bit of this neat, and it does say that it has vanilla flavorings in there and banana. So today I'm hoping to finally match that banana nose we have in the aroma rum training kit and see if we can match that. So it does smell like a spiced rum. I do detect a little bit of cinnamon in there. Spiced. They do say that they have vanilla in here, but I don't really smell it. But I definitely want to try the banana, since last time I thought I was smelling the banana, but I wasn't. So hopefully this one that actually says that they do have banana in there, I can finally match it to the aroma training kit. And banana is going to be number 2 in this training kit. And I picked this bottle because I enjoyed the label, and I have been to Grand Cayman, and originally when I looked at the bottle and saw Cayman Reef, I was like, oh my gosh, how exciting, a bottle from Grand Cayman. But sadly I ended up finding out that it was a rum from Barbados, but at least I get to try something different from Barbados, something that I personally haven't tried before. So I'm doing the banana here. I'm going to try also the vanilla. Since it is my favorite, I want to make sure I match it properly and see if I can detect the nose on this. So we have the vanilla. And as far as spices, they do have a nose element in this that's called spice, so I'm going to bring that one out as well. I do detect cinnamon in here though. And it kind of smells like a rum that I've tried before, so I'm going to see if I can compare it to something. Some people have been comparing this to Bacardi. I personally am not a fan of Bacardi, but I also like to support smaller distilleries, and Bacardi obviously is huge, so I tend to steer away from the big guys. But this one, when I went into the Phillips & Co., which is the company that brings it over to America after it being processed in Barbados, I don't know if they're producing this anymore, but on their website they had no mention of this rum. So I'm wondering if it's been discontinued and I managed to snag a bottle. I don't know if you've tried this. Please leave a comment down below and let me know if I misread the information somewhere. Distill this rum. But I did see something very interesting which really caught my attention, and it was Trader Vic's rum. So that might be on my shopping list for next time. Hopefully I can find some. So let's start with this neat. now that I'm giving it some time, I definitely can smell the banana in there. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Okay. From the smell of it, I wasn't sure that I was gonna enjoy this, but it's smooth and there's a lot of vanilla element in there that I did not expect, because when I tried it, it's kind of on the sweeter side. Like, it tastes like it'd be a sipping rum. Well, it tasted like it would be a regular spiced rum with a hard burn aftertaste. But this one, I think the banana makes it like a perfect balance of both. So it is a strong rum, because obviously it is 70 proof, but it's delicious. Yeah, so with the vanilla and the banana, it's very good. I'm so impressed. By the way, this bottle, super accessible. It was 20 USD plus tax. So I'm gonna pour a little bit more and see if I can detect the vanilla in there, because I do taste it, the vanilla, and I can smell the spices. But if you like just spiced rums and not on the little bit of the sweeter-ish side, this will not be a rum for you. This is more on the sweeter side because of the banana. I get like a very tropical flavor when I try this. This, I'm sure, is probably going to be amazing in pina coladas. But I'm going to pour a little bit more and see if I can compare it to what I brought out before. So the first one was the banana, which I can definitely smell it in there, and I can taste it even more. Yeah, what's interesting is that they say that these flavors are natural, but yet they add the amber color or the caramel color. So I was a little bit hesitant as far as the flavoring, because I expected something not as great tasting, to be honest. But now that I've tasted, I really enjoy this. It has like a spicy element, but also like a tropical flavor, which I haven't tried yet. A lot of the stuff, you know, when they have like coconut and vanilla and those types of tropical flavors, they don't have a lot of spice, at least in my experience thus far. But this has a very strong vanilla element and banana element, which was surprising. Let's move on to the spiced. Yeah. See, for me, this kind of spice on the rum aroma training kit kind of smells like a fake spice, kind of like a man's cologne, which obviously it's enjoyable, but as far as spirits are concerned, I kind of find it hard to mix. I've had more success, like if you've seen my previous videos, I even used natural nutmeg to compare it to what I had in the spirit, in the rum that I was trying. So I know this is a great way to train your nose, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes if they're really particular rums that are, you know, they like to use natural flavorings and natural spices, the best way I feel to connect with these different elements in the rum that you're trying is to just try the natural stuff. That day when I brought out the nutmeg and there was nutmeg in the rum, for some reason it was easier for me to detect it versus using this one. This is spice. It smells like spice, but here it smells more like cinnamon, and I know they use sometimes use like other spices in it. Okay, The last thing was the vanilla, which is, as you know, my favorite. Yeah, I can definitely smell the vanilla in there and taste it, but it has a very heavy banana flavor to it. I'm gonna put a little bit of ice just to try it. What's interesting to me about this is that I have not tried a rum with such heavy flavoring of banana unless I'm literally making something with a banana liqueur in it. So this is very unique. If you do like bananas and the banana flavoring in your rum, this is definitely gonna be your rum. I'm gonna mix it up a little to chill it and see if I get other elements. So as soon as I add the ice to this, the spices feels like evaporating a lot more. I can definitely smell the spices a lot more, which is very interesting. We'll see if it changes the taste. So the interesting part is, I wouldn't think that this is a sipping rum, but now that I have it with a little bit of ice, it's actually very smooth. It takes out the burning sensation away. It feels to me like a perfect balance of the rum and the spiciness and a little bit of the sweetness of the banana and the vanilla. So this is very interesting. And for 20 bucks, honestly, if you're having a party at your house and you want to make some like cocktails, some pina coladas or some cocktails of that kind, I feel like this would be a perfect mixer because it'll add to the elements of that. But also, I wouldn't be mad on sipping on this, on the sweeter side. It's just, I have to say, I'm so impressed. For $20, I wasn't expecting much, especially considering I couldn't find information on the rum. But I actually like this. Like, I like it. It's very unique. It's Barbados rum with spices, natural flavors. They do add caramel color, but I'm not mad at it. It's very interesting. The other thing that I love is when they use corks, because I feel like it helps with the flavoring of the rum. Like, it helps preserve stuff so much better than when it's like a twisty cap. But I have to say, I'm very impressed. Now, I've never done this before, so I wanted to try it today. It's pretty early, but again, I'm trying to, figure out different ways to mix my rum. So I previously had made some coffee with a little bit of coconut milk and Splenda. And now I'm just gonna add an ounce of coffee, mix this up a little bit and try it, because I keep on hearing people mix, obviously, rum and Coke, but coffee I've never tried. So I want to try this. I'm not going to go crazy at first. I want to see how it tastes. I'm going to just do an ounce. Okay, I'm going to do 1.5 ounces. And I did, like I mentioned, I did add sugar to this, which is Splenda. I'm hoping it helps. I'm so excited to try this. I've never done rum in coffee, so we'll see. I can barely to tell the difference, but I like it. It's crazy good. And like I said, this has some of like a little bit sweeter element to it. Wow, that's like a spiked coffee, I guess, for your morning start. Of course, not every morning, or maybe. Wow, I'm impressed with this rum. Honestly, I would recommend it if you like more of the tropical elements in your rum. This does have a heavy flavoring of banana, a heavy flavoring of vanilla, but it does have a little bit of spiciness, so I feel like it's a very well balanced rum. And for 20 bucks, like to make drinks, like cocktails or fruity drinks, I think this would be perfect. I would definitely bring this over if I was making pina coladas at a friend's house or something. Would totally use this, because I feel like if you use coconut, rum, it's gonna add too much coconut flavor to it, and coconut is one of those flavors that people either love it or hate it. Banana, I haven't heard so many people complain. It's not overpowering, but if you're gonna do cocktails, like blended cocktails, this would be perfect to add it, because you do have the spicy element to it as well, and it has the banana and vanilla flavors that will make it a little bit tropical and sweeter in that sense. But this is great. I definitely would add this to your collection if you love these types of profiles. If you have tried this, let me know what cocktail you made with this. And if you haven't, and you have any other suggestions of rums that are from Barbados that are kind of unique like this one, I'd love to hear from you. Comment down below. But I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Signing off here, and gonna continue to finish my morning coffee.